AFTV, we are here getting ready for the game. Leicester visiting Arsenal today. I did a little preview, interview today for a Leicester channel. And they were saying to me that they're missing a few players. No Maddison, no Pereira, and who else is one of the players? Chilwell as well. Chilwell might be out. So that's good news, isn't it?
Depends what Leicester fan you talk to. Because I'm quite surprised. There's a lot of Leicester fans that don't like Chilwell.
True, but that's freak. Pereira's a big player.
Oh, yeah,
Maddison's a big player.
Yeah. Although he's been underperforming.
So free play. I mean, they were still very confident that they could get a win.
Yeah.
But I think, if you're looking at it as Arsenal, you'll be looking at it and saying, right, if Chilwell and Pereira are missing, they got to attack those areas. I mean, they got to attack that right and left back position.
Yeah, they do. And, today's performance, is just a part of the growth from beating Wolves. It doesn't mean anything if we don't win. And all we can do is just keep winning and then see what happens in front of us. People might laugh, but people laughed before we played Wolves and said that we were going to get slapped and Adama Traore was going to run through us. Didn't happen, did it?
Well, tonight, the threat tonight is a bit different, which of course we all know what it is. It's Vardy. Yeah. Right? He always scores. He's just like Harry Kane, innit? Always scores against us. Whether it be a penalty, open play, he always seems to do something against us. There's him versus Aubameyang for the Golden Boot as well. That's another really interesting side story to it. Yeah. But how do we deal with him?
Take his Red Bull away. In the changing rooms, just nick it all, don't let him have any.
I mean, the three at the back seems to have worked well recently, but we know that he plays on the shoulder. Yeah. And we'll try and,
Yeah, we can't get caught with a high line. That's the first and foremost. But I think team selection is going to be very interesting tonight because we've been playing a lot of games in very quick succession, and this is the first time after tonight where we've got a bit of a breather before we go into Sunday's game. And I know we're looking ahead to that, but also Tottenham are playing on Thursday. So we've got a bit of an advantage with, that respect. But I just wonder whether Mikel Arteta will make a couple of tweaks with Sunday in mind. And it is a gamble. That's the only thing, because if you remember when Unai Emery was here and we had that home game against Crystal Palace and we were like, comfortable, win this, and he started putting Jenkinson in.
He made mad changes for that game.
And I don't think it's bad to make a couple, maybe 3 or so to a couple of areas, but keep the, the same philosophy and everything. And there should be some players, raring to go and looking to, put a big performance in. And that's what I am liking from the players. It looks like everybody is buying into what Mikel Arteta's doing. You look at their body language, you look at how, they respond to him when he's giving instructions. It looks positive. But we've got to produce performances on the pitch, and that includes tonight. Well,
we know what the team will be soon. Just one last thing. Guendouzi.
Yeah.
Looks like, he's been completely frozen out. For you, get rid of him, or do we need to try and assimilate him, get him back into the team? Try and, when he bucks his ideas up, start getting him back in, or would you sell him?
I'd sell him.
You sell him?
Yep. It's not the first time. He had a problem when he was at Lorient. And he had these same issues there, and you thought, all right, we'll buy him, he's young, he'll grow up, he's at a big club now. And you can't say that nobody's taken in under his wing at Arsenal. Aubameyang, Lacazette, they've all been looking after him, but he hasn't changed. He fell out with Unai Emery over something, and there was an incident there. Mikel Arteta just came in and he pissed about in Dubai. Now there's this. And what I'll say to Arsenal fans that want to, moan or think that it's a bad move is that, we had someone with a bit of an attitude problem that had all the potential and the ability, and Nicola Anelka back in the day. Sold him. What did we do with the money? Bought Thierry Henry and sorted out the training ground. Did anyone moan? Of course you're not. So if we take the money,
you don't moan if that money's used to do something. Exactly. If it's worked,
and we can sit there all day long and say, oh, what if this is another Gnabry? Nobody knows. We don't have crystal balls. It could be a Ravel Morrison, for example. Unbelievably talented player. But has he fulfilled his potential? No, of course he hasn't. And what I say to it is that Mikel Arteta doesn't want a bad egg inside the dressing room, and that's why he's making him train away from everyone, because he doesn't want that bad vibe around everyone. And for years, as Arsenal fans, what have we always moaned about, Robbie?
Well, we've wanted someone who's going to come in and be, you know...
And tough.
Yeah.
Too long, players have ruled the dressing room. So now, we've got a manager that rules the dressing room.